All right. Hey, everybody. It's Coach Lisa with the Running University, and I'm coming back to you with one of my favorite segments on my YouTube channel, which is really introducing you to the amazing women who are in my True Tribe, True the Running University. That's my company. And today we get to speak to Jill Osborne. Hey,
Hello,
Jill.
hello.
Welcome. Thank you so much for taking time to be here. And as always, my first question is do you remember how you met me? I feel that.
Absolutely, I do. Life was tough for me. My husband died. The next month, I was diagnosed with cancer. The next month, COVID hit, and I was very isolated and very depressed. And a good friend of mine, Mindy, said, "You need to run." Well, I had 60 years, more than 60 years of excuses why I shouldn't run because I hated it. I can't do it. All those horrible reasons. And Mindy said, "No, come on, let's do it." And gave me the gift of paying for a membership with you. So Mindy got me running and I discovered I loved it. And I loved the the support of everybody in the tribe. And at age 62, I ran my first, so far only, but we'll see, 50K. I'm really proud of
Yeah,
it.
heck yeah. Hold that thought because we're going to get back to that in a second. But I just did get goosebumps because, sometimes I get prepared for these and I was remembering that that's exactly. I think Mindy had reached out to me, and wanted to figure out how to buy. I think it was a ladies training program. Was it the Havasu Half, I think? I
Yes.
think she bought you the whole program so that you could train. And then was that the one that got postponed because of COVID, or maybe that was the time?
No, because I didn't really get going until a little bit later, just because with the cancer, I didn't know what I could or could not do.
Right. Yes, exactly. And do you mind sharing? So you said 60s. Like, I don't, how old, if you don't mind being exact, as well as do you mind sharing what type of cancer that you're dealing with? Because it's still,
So, so my cancer is the best. If you have to get cancer, mine is the best one. It's not going to kill me, but it's not curable, so it's treatable, and it makes me a little tired. Um, which my oncologist laughs at me when she says, "So, tell me about your last month." And I say, "Well, I ran X amount of miles and I ride my bike 400 miles." And she goes, "Yeah, you're tired." But I do believe that moving keeps it so that I can keep moving.
yes,
And it makes it so that I do have the energy to keep on going. I
yes.
think I went off of your question and didn't
No,
answer.
it's okay. That's how these go anyway. Like literally it becomes just kind of a fun conversation. And again, people could even listen to these while they're out on a walk or a run just to get some extra inspiration. So you did the half marathon, and how did you decide? Because you were in your Jackass shirt, and I know this is kind of a regular race for you that
But
you've started, but that was probably your longest trail when you did that race, right? Your longest trail run race, right? Because I don't
well, wait, did I do the Jackass before or after the
after Frenzy. I'm looking
frenzy?
I'm looking at Ultra signups. So you did Whiskey Basin first in
And then,
April
yeah,
17, 2021. Then you did Jackass October 30th,
okay,
2021. And Frenzy was a month later.
okay. There we
So
go.
I probably convinced you to do Jackass and said something like, it's a training run for Frenzy.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was kind of just a why not?
Right. So let's going back then, you probably were really signed up for the ultra. So tell me how you decided that you were ready to do an ultra at 62.
Two,
First
62 the
ultra, just
ultra.
started running at 61-ish.
Yes. So I honestly don't know why I said yes to the 50 because I remember conversations where you said, "You could do this, you're strong enough." And I went, "No, I'm not." But then I don't know why. I just went, "Yeah, I can do it." And then Today you asked to say something good about yourself.
Oh, in the tribe? Yes.
And yes.
Yes.
And my response was, I like to learn new things and set new goals. And I do think that's a good quality. And I think I just went, gosh darn it, just do it.
Yes, yes, I love that. So in the True Tribe, which is my online community of women, I say 50 plus, we got a couple 30, 40-year-olds in there, but we do talk, like, this month is self-compassion month, and I asked everybody today to say something. I think I said, say it like I am, and say something nice about yourself. So however, so yes, that was something. I didn't have a chance to go back and read those yet today, but it is kind of fun too. And absolutely, like, you're definitely one of those people, having, once I got to know you, like, you put your mind to something and there's no stopping you. I mean, even when you've had setbacks, like, you overcome them and you just keep moving forward, which is just such an amazing quality that you have.
I, it is a good quality. I know that because I have had major setbacks, um, and if you live in a, oh dear, this is terrible moment, then you don't get to enjoy the next thing. So my latest, an ambulance ride to the hospital where I could have died, but I didn't. And it was my heart, which is just fine. And now I carry medicine with me in case it decides to go crazy again. But it took about 2 weeks for my brain to say it's okay to get out and move again. But I have, and I am running again, and now I'm going to start increasing miles again so that I can do the frenzy again and get another cool T-shirt.
Yay! Yes, or jackass for sure.
Yeah. Oh dear, I've said that now.
You have said it. You've said it out loud now. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, frenzy. Frenzy could happen too. Once you do jackass, I might be like, well, you're already trained. I might as well do frenzy again. No,
me as well.
But sometimes, and that would be something, again, usually at the end of these, I ask, and I'm not ready to completely end this yet, like, what's the next step for you? And again, sometimes you just hear people doing stuff in the tribe. Frenzy's an amazing 50K. I think I'd probably do a program for Frenzy almost every year because it's a very accessible 50K for beginner runners. I think you have like 20 minutes a mile to be able to finish it within the cutoff. So that's some good hiking for people. And it's my favorite one too, but maybe we could find, Frenzy would be amazing, but maybe there's something different you might want to try too.
And truly, anybody can do it. It's just making the commitment and making the time to train. But I truly believe anyone can do it.
I love that you're saying that.
Get out there and do it.
It's true. And again, it's not like she went out and did it. She trained for months, right? Like, training helps. She also learned some of the technique stuff with the chi running and the chi walking, right? So, putting all of that together is how, but yes, absolutely. Very accessible, I would say, to most people. Again, a 20-minute mile, you could literally hike the whole thing really fast and still finish in time. Again, we're not here winning the races. We're out there for fun and enjoyment.
Right.
How would you say, how does running help you, I'm going to say with your mental health, but because you've had so much stuff going on, like, would you say, I guess maybe I'm asking the question, like, does it help with all the things you have going on?
Indeed, it does. So, my daughter died, and that is the worst hell that anybody can go through. But I managed to survive it because I put one foot in front of the other. And literally, that's what I did to get through it. Running is literally putting one foot in front of the other. And you can only focus on the next step. So it's kind of like a meditation for me. I set aside everything else. It's just moving forward. And then at the end, I feel like I've accomplished something and my body feels better and I'm stronger. And yeah, I did that kind of feeling. So while I'm doing it, it's that meditation, but at the end, I'm getting a positive feeling from it. So it does help when I have overwhelming issues.
Yes, yes. And thank you so much for sharing that. I got goosebumps again. Because again, having known you for a while and knowing just a lot of your history and how much you've gone through. And, we always say how running, a lot of the skills that you get in running transfer to life and vice versa, just exactly how you said it. It actually almost, the other way. And it's funny because I struggled a little bit this week to get out just because I'm busy, and it's like, okay, just go, you just got to go. And every time I come back I feel like $1,000,000. And even if I don't run the whole time, and I always say some is better than none, but that whole idea of just getting out, getting your heart rate up, I meditate. Running is meditation for me too, so I love to hear that. It's definitely a great way to
The most difficult step in running is the first one.
Yeah, and funny you just say that because I
literally get out the door.
I'm reading your. I have your member spotlight behind my Mac right here, and I said, "What advice would you give a beginner runner?" And you said, "Start. The secret of getting ahead is getting started." Mark Twain.
Wow, that was really good.
That was really good. Yes, that's exactly what you said.
That was years ago. I forgot I said that.
It was. This was back in 2021, and I also 2021, and then we also asked if you had a bucket list race. You didn't even mention anything about ultras or anything at this point.
No, I had no idea I wanted to do it.
which I love. I totally love that. So yes, that's just a funny. And even when I asked what your longest distance was, like, so you before you came to the tribe, you've been an avid hiker, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so
I wasn't a slug, but I wasn't a runner.
There's not a slug.
right. I wasn't a slug.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, yes, okay, because we always say like hiking is. I mean, like I just hiked most of my last run that I was supposed to do, but it felt amazing. What's the biggest lesson you learned so far from your running journey?
That I can do it. I that positive that I said about myself in the True Tribe about I like to set goals, and I did, and I accomplished it. So I guess I could have added another sentence. I accomplished my goals,
and I did it.
Yeah, it does feel good. And
yeah.
When those 30-somethings at work complain about how tired they are and they can't do anything, I go, yeah, but I can run.
That's right. Yeah, that actually just reminded me. I think it was before Frenzy. Was it before Frenzy that you had that? Because you have been, I'm not sure exactly, because your different jobs. You've been, you worked at Tempe High School as the orchestra lead, basically, right? Like, right. You had the mariachis, and so you had a Christmas concert with a theme of running because you were about to run your first 50K.
Yeah. Right? Oh, that was so much fun. It was the kids' idea to I always do themed concerts. It makes the concert more fun, more creative. And the kids said, we need to do one that's about running, because that was just days before the 50K.
Yeah.
And everybody came in running gear, and I wore my purple t-shirt, yes. Running University. Yeah, it was fun. It really was. But I like telling kids, you can do something difficult, do it. Here, I am doing it. And get exercise. It's good for you. Don't sit there playing video games. Get out and do something.
Exactly. And so obviously you invited me, and it was because we had people in town for Frenzy. So that had to be that Wednesday or Thursday, I think, of the week, right?
I think it was a Thursday, yeah.
Yeah. And, it was just so impressive. I do remember, like, you had me stand up, you called me out in front of the whole auditorium, which was, amazing. But, to me, it was, again, like, for 60 is not old to me, so to speak, right, in that sense, right, but the amount of like inspiration that you provide to your kids, not only to the kids that are in your, but all the way up to people who are your age. Like, for anybody watching this is why I love the women in my tribe. And hey, if you want to be like them, shoot me an email at LisaAtTheRunningUniversity.com. We'll get you, and we'll see about you getting into getting a trial to come in and hang out with us. But this stuff's all positive. It's all possible.
Having a group of women that are nice, positive women who say, yes, you're doing great.
Yes.
That feels good. It makes you want to do the next step.
Yes. And the other thing I love about our group, and again, we do have a lot of local people. Jill is local to me, but we also, it's an online community. So we have a lot of, interaction online. But it's also the fact that there's the women are, because we're in the same age group, we have a lot of similar things that people have gone through, right? Like the whole grieving thing. We have people that have been dealt with that, and that's one of the reasons why running really helps them. People going through divorces, empty nesting, aging parents. I mean, there's so many things. And so when we get to support each other, it's just another level, I think. And I just love us.
Me too.
So as we're gonna wrap this up here, what's next for you? Yeah, what's next? And do you have any final message for? It says somebody's watching this and they're in their 60s, like they're like 61 when you started.
So what's next for me? I don't know. I'm about to make a big life change. I have taught orchestra in public schools for 39 years, and this time I'm retiring for real. I tried it, it didn't work, and I went back, but this time it's happening. So I'm about to make a huge life change, and I don't exactly know what's happening yet. But I know that I want to keep running because it makes me feel better. And the big important thing, I have to get to be the number one in my age category. So I come in first place in a race. I've gotten up to number 4, but I gotta get number 1. That's my new goal. Yes. Live long enough, run long enough so that I can come in first place. That's my goal.
I love it. And again, this is great, right? Because I always say sometimes that, as much as I say we're back at the backwards, we don't care about speed, but everybody has their own goals and their own running story. I'm never telling people don't shoot for these amazing goals.
I'm not going to be first place, just first place, because I'm the only one in my age category.
Right. So she's saying,
and I'm proud of it.
Kind of like when I say, if I run and I drop dead at 95 years old on a trail, I'd be a happy camper, right? Like I'm good with that. Yes. And how about, what would you tell somebody, a woman who's 61 years old, that doesn't think she could do it? Anything?
That to try it, but don't try it once, because that doesn't give you a real answer. You have to make a commitment, like what Mindy did for me, saying, let's train for this half marathon. So that was months of trying it and working at it. The first time might not be fun, but as you do it more and you get the encouragement, it does become rewarding, and it's something then you want to keep doing. So try it.
These are wise words, right? And again, even with that idea of like, maybe you try it and it doesn't go the way that you thought it was going to go, take a couple of days. And again, maybe think about other things that might help, right? Like in your case, you had support. Mindy, you had a friend, and then she got into the community, and then you got a running coach. I mean, that's, again, I'm not saying this like for people to come to me. Find a coach.
Oh, I am. I can say that. Go to Lisa. She helps.
Come to me, but find the right coach for you, like truly, because having a coach and a supportive group of people will help you get to the point of enjoying running quicker than doing it on your own. So I think with that said, that we had like so many really good things that we talked about here. So I really appreciate your time so much, Jill. And and if you guys you're listening to this again, you're interested, please just shoot me an email at lisa@therunninganiversity.com, and I'll see about giving you a trial into the True Tribe.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.